Welcome to today's video. In this story, we will tell you about Johnny Depp. He is one of the most famous actors in the world, but his journey was not easy. He faced many struggles. He worked hard. He never gave up. Johnny is known for playing many different roles. His most loved role is Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. People all over the world love him. But behind the fame, there is pain. There are problems. There are battles. This story will show you how he started, how he became a star, how he fell, and how he stood up again. It is a story of hope. It is a story of strength. You will also learn many English words. You will improve your listening skills, and you will enjoy the story. So sit back, relax, and watch till the end. This is the real story of Johnny Depp, a story full of dreams, pain, and success. Let us begin. Johnny Depp was born on June 9, 1963, in Owensboro, Kentucky, USA. His full name is John Christopher Depp II. He was the youngest of 4 children. His father's name was John Depp, and he worked as a civil engineer. His mother, Betty Sue Palmer, worked as a waitress. She was strong, caring, but strict. When Johnny was just a boy, the family moved a lot. They lived in many places. This made it hard for Johnny to make friends. He felt lonely. He often stayed in his room. Music became his best friend. At the age of 12, Johnny got his first guitar. It was a gift from his mother. He loved it. He played for hours. He dreamed of becoming a rock star. He even played in small bands in his town. But life at home was not easy. His parents argued often. There was shouting and sadness. When Johnny was 15, his parents got divorced. It hurt him deeply. He felt lost and broken inside. After the divorce, Johnny stayed with his mother. She later married another man named Robert Palmer. Johnny respected him and called him an inspiration. But the pain from his childhood never fully left. In school, Johnny did not enjoy studying. He was not a top student. He found it boring. He liked music and art more. At 16, he dropped out of school. He wanted to follow his dreams. Johnny said school was not for him. He wanted to live a free life. He joined a band and started performing. He hoped music would be his future. Even though he did not know it yet, acting was waiting for him. It would soon change his life forever. His childhood taught him one thing. Life is hard, but dreams are worth chasing. Johnny never forgot where he came from. He never forgot the pain. That pain gave him power. Johnny's childhood was not like other kids. He did not grow up in a happy home. Behind his smile, there was sadness. Every day felt like a battle. His parents often fought. Loud voices, slamming doors. He would hide in his room. He wished for peace, but it did not come. The moving never stopped. The Depp family changed homes over 20 times. Each new place felt strange. Johnny had to make new friends again and again. But he was shy. He kept his feelings inside. At school, things were no better. Johnny felt different from other kids. He was quiet, often lost in thought. Sometimes he got bullied. They called him names. He did not fight back. To escape, he turned to music. He played his guitar to forget the pain. Every note helped him breathe. He dreamed of a better life, a life far from his troubles. Money was always tight. There were nights with little food. Clothes were old. Shoes had holes. But Johnny never asked for more. He learned to live with less. At home, he tried to stay strong. He helped his mom with small chores. He cared for his sisters. He smiled for them, even when he was sad. After his parents' divorce, things got harder. His heart was heavy. He missed his dad, but stayed quiet. Inside, he felt confused and broken. Johnny also started having nightmares. Dark dreams about losing people. He often woke up scared, but he kept everything inside. No one really knew how much he hurt. In those quiet nights, he made a promise. I will make something of my life. He told himself, I will not let the pain win. That promise stayed with him. Though his childhood was filled with struggles, it also shaped his strength. He learned how to fight, not with fists, but with heart. Johnny's childhood was hard, but it made him brave. It made him real. And that truth would one day shine on the big screen. Johnny never dreamed of becoming an actor. He wanted to be a rock star. Music was his first love. He played in small bands. They performed in clubs and garages. One day, his band moved to Los Angeles. They hoped for big things. But dreams are not easy. Money ran out. Food became less. Hope started to fade. Then, something unexpected happened. A friend introduced Johnny to actor Nicolas Cage. They met by chance. Cage saw something special in Johnny. He told him, "You should try acting." Johnny was unsure. He had no training. He had no big dreams of movies. But he needed work. He wanted to help his family. So, he went to an audition. It was for a horror film. The movie was called A Nightmare on Elm Street. Johnny got the part. He played a teenager. It was a small role, but it changed his life. People noticed him. He had something different, a calm face, deep eyes, and a quiet power. More roles followed. He started getting offers, but he was careful. He did not want just any role. He wanted real characters, people with emotion, stories with heart. In 1987, he got a big break. He joined a TV show called 21 Jump Street. He played Officer Tom Hansen. Teenagers loved him. He became a star overnight. But fame was not easy. Fans screamed his name. Cameras followed him. But deep inside, Johnny felt lost. He did not enjoy being a teen idol. He wanted more than fame. He wanted respect. He wanted to grow. Still, acting gave him something new. A voice, a path, and a way to turn pain into art. Johnny took his first steps into acting by chance. But those steps would shape his future. Step by step, he was walking toward greatness. Johnny Depp was now a star, but he did not want to be just another actor. He wanted to play unique roles, strange roles, deep roles, characters with pain, with dreams, with fire inside. In 1990, he starred in Edward Scissorhands. The role changed everything. He played a quiet, gentle man, a man with scissors for hands. It was not a typical hero, but Johnny gave him heart. He made people cry. He made people feel. The film was a hit. People loved him. Critics praised him. It was the start of something big. He began working with director Tim Burton. Together, they made many films. Strange films. Beautiful films. Like Sleepy Hollow, Corpse Bride, and Sweeney Todd. Each time, Johnny disappeared into the character. He changed his voice. He changed his look. He gave everything to the role. In 2003 came the biggest role of all, Captain Jack Sparrow. In Pirates of the Caribbean, he made the character funny, wild, and clever. The world fell in love. Kids dressed like him. Adults quoted his lines. Disney made many sequels. And Johnny became a global icon. But Johnny never stopped taking risks. He played a chocolate maker in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. He played a Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland. He even played a Native American warrior in The Lone Ranger. Each role was different. Each one had Johnny's magic. His eyes, his voice, his soul. He was not afraid of strange roles. In fact, he loved them. He once said, "I try to stay in a constant state of confusion. It's a good place to be." Over time, Johnny earned awards, Golden Globes, Oscar nominations. But more than that, he earned love from fans, from fellow actors, from the world. He proved that success is not about being perfect. It is about being true to yourself, to your art. Johnny Depp was no longer the boy from a small town. He was a Hollywood legend. But his journey had many chapters left. In 2003, something big happened. Johnny Depp became Captain Jack Sparrow. It was a role that changed his life. And the world loved it. The film was called Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. It was full of action, adventure, and fun. But Johnny's character was different. He was not a normal hero. He was funny. He was clever. He was strange. And he was unforgettable. Captain Jack Sparrow walked with style. He talked with charm. He fought with heart. And Johnny added his own magic. He created a brand new kind of pirate. Disney was surprised. At first, they were not sure. They thought he was too weird. But audiences loved him. Kids, teens, and adults. Everyone became fans. The movie became a huge hit. It made millions at the box office. People watched it again and again. They laughed. They cheered. They copied his walk. They said his famous lines. "Savvy, why is the rum always gone?" Those lines became part of pop culture. Because of this success, Disney made more films. Johnny returned as Jack Sparrow. In 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, he ruled the sea. Every time, people rushed to theaters. They wanted more Jack Sparrow. They wanted more Johnny Depp. He was not just acting. He became the character. He wore the costume off-screen too. He visited children in hospitals as Jack Sparrow. He made them smile. He gave them hope. It was more than acting. It was love. The role brought him awards. It brought him global fame. But Johnny stayed humble. He always said, "I just wanted to have fun." And the world had fun with him. Jack Sparrow became part of who Johnny is. Fans saw more than a pirate. They saw strength. They saw kindness. They saw freedom. This role made Johnny a global star, not just in America, but in every country. From kids in Asia to fans in Europe, everyone knew Captain Jack Sparrow. Johnny Depp gave the world a legend, a pirate with heart, and the world will never forget him. Behind the fame, Johnny Depp was still a man with love, pain, and family. Johnny's first big love was Lori and Allison. They got married in 1983. He was just 20 years old, but the marriage ended in just 2 years. They stayed friends. Later, Johnny dated many famous women. Winona Ryder was one of them. They met in 1989. He even got a tattoo, Winona Forever. They looked perfect together. But love does not always last. They broke up after 4 years. Then came Kate Moss, the supermodel. Their love was wild, full of passion, but also full of fights. After 4 years, they too went their separate ways. In 1998, Johnny met Vanessa Paradis, a French singer. This time, things felt different. They were not married, but they stayed together for 14 years. They had 2 children, Lily Rose and Jack. Johnny loved being a father. He called it the best role of his life. He would cook for them, take them to school, protect them from cameras. He once said, "My kids are everything to me." In 2012, Johnny and Vanessa split. It was a quiet break. No fights in public, just respect. Then came Amber Heard. They met on a film set, married in 2015. At first, it looked happy, but soon things went wrong. In 2016, Amber filed for divorce. She also said Johnny hurt her. Johnny denied it. He said, "I would never harm someone I love." The media went wild. People picked sides. Fans were confused. Court cases followed. Lawsuits, news stories, drama everywhere. Johnny lost movie roles. He lost money. But worst of all, he lost his peace. Still, many fans stood with him. They believed in him. They said, "We support Johnny." In 2022, Johnny won a major court case. He said the truth came out. He thanked his fans. He smiled again. Johnny's love life was full of ups and downs. But one thing was clear. He always tried to love deeply. He always gave his heart. His children stayed close. His fans stayed loyal. And through it all, Johnny Depp remained true to himself. Johnny Depp was not only a movie star. He was also a man caught in real-life drama. Big, public, painful drama. It all began in 2016. Amber Heard filed for divorce. She said Johnny had hurt her. She showed photos. She talked to the media. People were shocked. Fans were confused. Some believed her. Some did not. Johnny said it was not true. He said, "I have never been violent." But the damage was done. His name was in every headline. He lost roles. He was dropped from major films. Studios wanted to stay away from the drama. Then, in 2018, things got worse. Amber wrote an article. She called herself a victim of abuse. She did not name Johnny, but everyone knew who she meant. Johnny decided to fight back. He filed a lawsuit for defamation. He wanted the world to hear his side. He said, "The truth must come out." The trial began in 2022. It was long. It was public. Millions watched it live. Amber spoke. Johnny spoke. They both told their stories. It was painful to hear. So many private things came out. Photos, videos, texts, all shown in court. People picked sides again. The internet was full of comments. Some supported Johnny. Others believed Amber. Johnny stayed calm. He said, "I just want my life back." He thanked his fans for their love. Finally, the court gave its verdict. Johnny won the case. Amber had to pay him money. He said, "I feel at peace now." But the pain remained. His image had changed. He was not just a movie star anymore. He was a symbol of something bigger. Many praised his strength. Others still questioned him. But one thing was clear. Johnny fought hard for his name. This chapter of his life was dark, full of hurt, anger, and noise. But it also showed his will to stand up, to speak, to fight back. Johnny Depp had faced many roles in films, but this was his toughest role yet, fighting for the truth. After the long court battle, Johnny Depp stepped back. He needed time to breathe, time to heal. But something amazing was happening. Fans around the world stood with him. They cheered for him. They supported him loudly. Social media was full of love. People shared old movie clips. They wrote kind messages. They said, "We believe you, Johnny." For Johnny, this support meant everything. He was no longer alone. He was not just fighting for himself. He was now a voice for others too. Soon, the world saw a change. Johnny started smiling again. He made surprise appearances. He played guitar at concerts. He visited children's hospitals dressed as Captain Jack. It was a soft return, but it was full of heart. Then came the big news. Johnny was cast in a new film, a French movie, Jean Dubarry. He played King Louis XV. The film was shown at Cannes Film Festival. Johnny walked the red carpet. Crowds clapped loudly. Some people even cried. He stood there, proud and calm. It was his moment, not just as an actor, but as a man who never gave up. Johnny said, "I have been through a storm, but I am still standing." He thanked his fans again and again. He said they gave him strength. He said their support saved his soul. Brands came back. Studios started calling. People who once stayed silent now wanted to work with him. Johnny's art also came alive again. He painted. He played music. He laughed more. He smiled more. It was not just a comeback in movies. It was a comeback in life. The world had watched him fall, but now they were watching him rise. Stronger, wiser, real. Johnny Depp had proven something. Pain does not last forever. Truth finds its way, and love, when real, can heal even the deepest wounds. Johnny Depp is more than just an actor. He is an artist. He is a musician. He has a creative soul. Before movies, there was music. Johnny played guitar as a teenager. It was his first love, his escape from a tough world. He joined small bands in Florida. He played in bars. He played for hours. Music made him feel alive. Even after Hollywood success, he never left music. He kept playing. He kept creating. He never forgot where he started. Johnny has played with legends, with Aerosmith, with Marilyn Manson, with Alice Cooper. He even formed his own band, Hollywood Vampires. They toured the world. They rocked big crowds. Johnny stands on stage with a guitar, his face calm, his hands moving fast, his heart in every note. He said, "Music is my therapy. It saves me every day." But music is not the only passion. Johnny loves painting too. He paints faces. He paints emotions. He uses colors to speak. In 2022, Johnny shocked everyone again. He released his own art collection. The artwork sold out in minutes. People loved it. They felt the emotion in every piece. Johnny also draws while filming. He sketches between takes. His notebook is always near. Art keeps him grounded. He once said, "When I draw, I disappear for a while. I go to a calm place." His home is full of music and art. Guitars on the walls. Paintings everywhere. It is a place full of passion. Johnny's friends say he is always creating something. A song, a sketch, a new idea. He even writes poems, sometimes for himself, sometimes for those he loves. For Johnny, art is not for fame. It is for healing. It is for peace. It is who he is deep inside. His fans love this about him. He is not just a movie star. He is an artist at heart, true, pure, and always creating.